Hello everyone, my name is Mark and welcome to my Marchi journal. For today, I want to talk about a residential project of mine for a building technology class. And what I first want to say is we don't really have a project location, but we do have a 15 by 20 meter site plan with topography that is facing the northeast direction. So let's start. So this is my exterior perspective, and what I want to share here is I'm going for a modern tropical design, and I want people to experience this house as somewhere they would go to if suddenly they want to take a break from work and they just want to rest and experience natural light and natural ventilation. And right here is an interior perspective on the living space, where we would have a kitchen on the back and a dining room here on the middle, a dining table for 8 facing towards the accordion and a pool with a tree. And also right here is the Grandmaster's bedroom, where that room has a vicinity to the pool. Right here. Next is another view of the living space, and what we can learn from here is we could have the sofas right here, and the dining table here, and here's the kitchen, better view of it, and the foyer on the left, and the powder room on here. Here. And this is an interior perspective of a bedroom window with a vicinity of another bedroom. And this kind of showcases how wind would flow through the bedrooms. Since the lot is facing northeast, I needed to take advantage of the wind. So I decided to design 2 windows on each bedrooms. So there would be an uninterrupted venturi effect. So people might say it's costly to have more windows, but it's more costly to pay for air conditioning, every day for the rest of your life. And right here is another view of that bedroom vicinity, where we could also see the courtyard and the walkway towards 2 of the bedrooms on the second floor. And this bridge is essentially the balcony or the terrace of the house, where you could just enjoy the natural air and feel connected to the world, because that is one thing that we don't get to experience these days. And right here is a perspective of the open spaces of the house, where we would have an open above design for maximization of natural ventilation. And on the left is actually the site, is actually the view of the second bedroom here. And yep. So now we begin on the technical drawings of this house. This is the site development plan scaled 1:200, and the materials are labeled here. You can see the finishing material, plaster coating, aluminum sheets here, and Bermuda grass and polished cement. Now, for the roof plan, it's scaled 1:100, and here we could see the direction of the rainwater indicated by the arrows here, and the materials used for the roofs. We have 2 materials, plaster coating and aluminum sheets. And rainwater goes up here, rainwater goes to the left, rainwater goes right, and also this part goes to the right. So this is my ground floor plan. We have the carport here, then the person would go up the stairs and have a window approach to them with a view of the tree, and they would go to inside the house along the foyer, and they would see the whole living space, which includes the dining, living, kitchen, and as you enter that area, you could um, see the accordion doors pointing towards the pool and the tree here in the middle, and Grandmaster could uh, go here in this room, and that person would have a view of the pool and another side of the tree. And it has its own WIC, TNB, and on the other side are mainly the utility areas where you have the pantry here and you could go to the maids and the TNB there and a utility area. And this is where the powder room is, and this is stairs. So on the second floor, stairs here, as you go along, you see the altar on the right and the living, the master bedroom on the left. And it has its own WIC and TNB, also two windows facing the wall, and that's where the TV is going to be. And on the middle here is the tambay, which is essentially, again, uh, the balcony of the house where you could experience the natural air. And approaching are two bedrooms with their own WIC and TNB, and ensuite. And right here is an RCP of the ground floor, where we basically have two types of lighting, LED pin lights and track light. So we have the pin lights divided equally on each areas of the house, and we have track light here in the living space because that is an open above, so we couldn't have a cove there. So we would have three track lights on the sides. And the next RCP, basically the same thing. We have the LED pin lights, and they are divided equally on spaces of the house. Here is front elevation. The heights are indicated on the left and materials on the right. You can see the finishing materials here, where we have polished cement, the white, the aluminum sheets, then aluminum framing, cherry wood for the windows, and clear glass for the windows. And same thing for the rear elevation. And here is left and right elevation. Same thing. We have the materials here on the right. You can see here a much better view of the roofing. So what we have here is it seems like to be flat roofs, but they are not. There's a slope on the middle, which will be explained later on spot details. And here we have aluminum framings with aluminum sheets, and yep. And this is the cross section and the longitudinal section, where you can understand the interior spaces of the house better. So here we have the interior windows, and we have doors, kitchen, the grandmasters, and this is the pantry and setbacks. And on the longitudinal section, we have here the balcony, the the master's bedroom, and another bedroom. The grandmaster's here, and carport area, and foyer. And you could also see the accordion doors here. Yep. And you could also see the finishes of the house. So I have like 3 finishes here, or it seems like to be 3. I have polished cement on here, and aluminum sheeting on the roof, and cherry wood, and we have glass. Here is a stair plan, a stair elevation, and a stair section. So for the stair plan, we have 17 steps. We have a riser of 188 mm and a tread of 300. And on the right, on the stair section, you can see the materials used. We have a cement base here and plywoods for steps. And the railings are made of also plywood painted white. And here is a door schedule and a window schedule. So for the doors, we have seamless sliding doors. We have 1.5, we have an 850 for the general rooms, and 600 for small parts of the house. And what's different is these accordion doors with glass door with wood framing, cherry wood. And on the bottom is the windows, where we essentially have different sizes of them and a combination of fixed windows and accordions. Here, more windows. I have a lot of windows here, and we have fixed windows here for the carport and the living area. That allows natural light to go in, and they are above door height, so they are giving you that privacy at the same time. And here is an exploded diagram of the house, just to give a more understanding of how the house works. So here you have the first floor, the slabs, the stairs, the roofing of the pool. Here is the second floor, here's the slabs, and here are the metal aluminum roofing, and here is the main roof with the metal framework, and PVC. The materials are indicated here and floors. Next is an exploded diagram of the ground, and here we could understand better its phases. So we could also see the finishes inside the house. So we have concrete ceiling slab number 1, 2, aluminum framing with fixed glass, then cement staircase and 3D printed cement walls here, and the rest of the ground floor actually, and wooden frame doors and window and concrete floor slab. And for the second floor, we have also ceiling slabs, aluminum, metal sheeting, concrete prefab wall panels on the second floor, and wooden frame door and window, and concrete floor slabs. So this is a spot detail of the house. Here we could see how the roofing works, how it's sloped. So essentially we have a ply reinforced vinyl fabric membrane lying here, panels of them, and they are supported by framing of steel purlin and rafter, and below are the beam, the column, and a gypsum board. And here is a diagram of where I could 3D print, because this project is about the innovations of construction, and what we wanted was to explore it and see the benefits. So what I learned from it is we could speed up the construction process and lessen the cost in labor and materials. So a strategy that I have thought of is having a ground floor walls, having all of them 3D. And what that does is you would have a robot that would pour cement paste that would make our ground floor walls, and over here is two wall membrane diagram that shows the 3D printed wall in the middle to be plastered with white paint finish. So, yep. The reason why I decided that the 3D printed would be on the ground floor, so everything is more precise when it comes to measurement. And I know that it is hard to get the right angles when you are doing construction. So having a robot do it for you would help. And here I have more diagrams on how the pool house will be constructed from start to finish. So we are going to be using autonomous and robotics construction equipment. And first we are going to have here a foundation and the main floor done with the use of a backhoe and a dump truck that is controlled by a person robotically. And number two is we have 3D printed walls. This is what I've said earlier of the ground floors being 3D printed by a robot. And next is number three, is we're going to be using an automated crane that is going to carry beams, slabs, and stairs right above the 3D printed walls. This is so the workers wouldn't have to carry the materials themselves, and the crane would do the hard work for them. And number four, right here is prefab walls, automated crane. We would have prefab walls on the second floor. This makes it easier because prefab walls are already pre-made from a factory or someplace else, and they would be delivered and assembled on site. So everything would be faster because they are prefabricated. And also, automated crane would help these walls get to the second floor. Next, number five is the roofing, beams and slabs, manpower. So this is still going to be carried by the automated crane, but manpower is still needed, so everything would be assembled right. And last is number six, doors and windows, where it's just an installation of prefabricated by the manufacturer, and they just go to the site and install them. So that's everything for this project, and I hope you guys enjoyed and learned from my work. And my name is Mark, and this is my Marchi journal.